Imagine waking up this morning. You make your coffee, you sit down, and you do what you do every month. You check your bank account to confirm your Social Security payment came in. But this time, something is different. The deposit you were expecting, the retroactive lump sum the government promised you, is not there. Or maybe you did receive a payment, but it was smaller than what your neighbor received, and nobody has explained why. Or maybe you are one of the thousands of retirees who never applied for spousal or survivor benefits in the first place, because years ago, a Social Security employee told you there was no point, that the offset would wipe it out completely. And now you are sitting at home wondering, did I just lose money that was legally mine? If any of that sounds familiar, do not move, do not click away, because what I am about to share with you in the next 10 minutes could be worth thousands of dollars. My name is Masha, and I am a senior policy analyst specializing in Social Security rules, retirement finance, and the federal laws that protect your benefits. I have spent years helping retirees cut through the government jargon and translate complicated policy language into plain English that you can actually use. Today, we are talking about the Social Security Fairness Act, the law that repealed the WEP and the GPO. And more specifically, we are talking about who still has not received their retroactive payment in 2026 and exactly what you need to do to claim it. Now here is my promise to you. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where you stand. You will know whether you are owed money. You will know why some people have not been paid yet. And you will have 3 clear steps you can take this week to protect what is yours. But I need you to stay with me until the end, because I am going to reveal one specific mistake, a mistake that thousands of seniors are making right now, that is quietly costing them months of back pay they will never get back. Let us start with the story. I want to tell you about Robert. Robert is 71 years old. He lives in Ohio. He spent 28 years working as a public school administrator, a job that paid into the state pension system, not Social Security. But before that job, in his 20s and 30s, Robert worked in the private sector. He paid Social Security taxes for 14 years. He earned his credits. He was entitled to a benefit. When Robert retired, he applied for his Social Security retirement benefit. But because of the windfall elimination provision, the WEP, his monthly check was reduced by nearly $480 a month, every single month, for years. He did not fight it. He did not fully understand it. He just accepted it as the rule. Then, in January 2025, he heard the news. The WEP had been repealed. The Social Security Fairness Act was signed into law. He was going to get his full benefit restored. And he was going to get a lump sum retroactive payment going all the way back to January 2024. Robert felt relieved. He told his wife. He told his neighbors. He waited. February came. He checked his account. Nothing extra. March came. He called Social Security. He waited on hold for over an hour. The representative told him his case was still being processed. Complex cases, she said, take longer. April came. His monthly benefit did go up, but the lump sum, the retroactive payment, still had not arrived. Now here is where Robert made his mistake. His wife Dorothy had spent 30 years as a teacher in the same school district. She also had a state pension, and years ago, back in 2018, she had gone to the Social Security office to ask about claiming a spousal benefit based on Robert's record. The representative at the time looked at her pension amount and said words Dorothy has never forgotten. With your pension, the government pension offset would reduce your spousal benefit to 0. There's no point in filing. So, Dorothy never filed. She never submitted a formal application. She walked out of that office and never went back. When the GPO was repealed in January 2025, Dorothy was finally eligible. She could now receive a spousal benefit, potentially several $100s a month, with no offset applied. But when they finally went to apply in March 2025, a new representative told them something that stunned them both. I can start your benefit going forward, but for retroactive pay, I can only go back 6 months from today. 6 months. Not January 2024, not the full year the law was supposed to cover, just 6 months, because Dorothy had never filed. And under current SSA policy, new applicants are subject to a 6-month retroactivity limit, regardless of what the law intended. Robert and Dorothy did everything else right. They updated their bank information. They verified their address. They called when they needed to. But that one detail, the fact that Dorothy had never submitted a formal application, quietly cost them more than $2,000 in retroactive pay they will never recover. And right now, today, there are thousands of seniors in exactly the same position as Dorothy. This is what I need you to understand. Let me walk you through what the government records actually say. No rumors, no speculation, only verified facts from the Social Security Administration, the IRS, the Congressional Research Service, and AARP. Thar. Fact 1. What the law actually does on January 5, 2025, President Biden signed the Social Security Fairness Act, also known as H.R. 82, into law. This law did two things permanently. First, it repealed the windfall elimination provision, the WEP. That is the rule that had been reducing the personal Social Security retirement and disability benefits of workers who also received a pension from a job where they did not pay Social Security taxes. Jobs like state and local government, certain federal positions under the old civil service retirement system, and some foreign employment. The WEP could reduce your monthly benefit by up to $587 a month in 2024. Second, it repealed the government pension offset, the GPO. That is the rule that reduced, or completely eliminated, the spousal and survivor benefits of people in those same pension systems. The GPO cut spousal and survivor benefits by 2/3 of the pension amount. In many cases, that meant a benefit of exactly $0. Both of these rules are now gone, permanently, for any benefit payable after December 2023. Nadan. Fact 2. Who received payments and when? The SSA began issuing retroactive lump sum payments on February 25, 2025. By July 7, 2025, the SSA declared that it had completed sending payments to all beneficiaries who were already receiving WWEP or GPO-reduced benefits. That was 3.1 million payments totaling $17 billion, completed 5 months ahead of the original schedule. The average retroactive lump sum payment was $6,710. If you were already receiving benefits that were being reduced by the WEP or the GPO before the law passed, and you have not received your retroactive payment, then you need to act right now. I will tell you exactly how in a moment. Fact 3. Who has not been paid yet and why this is the most important part of this video. Please listen carefully. There is a second group of people, and this is the group that includes people like Dorothy, who have not been paid and may not be automatically paid at all. The SSA itself identified 3 categories of people still waiting as of early 2025. Category 1. People who never applied for Social Security at all because they knew the WEP or GPO would reduce their benefits so severely that it was not worth applying. Category 2. Spouses and surviving spouses who never applied for spousal or survivor benefits because the GPO would have wiped out their entire payment. Category 3. People whose cases were already pending at the SSA for other reasons and who are also affected by the WEP or GPO repeal. If you are in any of these 3 categories, your payment will not come automatically. You must file. Now here is the critical detail, the one that is driving thousands of seniors and a bipartisan group of United States senators to speak out. The Social Security Fairness Act set January 2024 as the retroactive start date for all affected beneficiaries. But the SSA has applied a separate existing rule, one that limits retroactive payments for new applicants to 6 months from their filing date. What this means in practice is this. If you were already receiving a reduced benefit and the SSA adjusted it automatically, you received retroactive pay back to January 2024, the full year. But if you are filing a new application now, because you never filed before, SSA is telling you that you only qualify for 6 months of back pay, counted from when you file today. Not January 2024. 6 months back from today. Senators Susan Collins, Bill Cassidy, John Cornyn, and John Fetterman sent a letter to the SSA administrator in early 2026, demanding the agency change this interpretation. They argued that Congress did not distinguish between new and current beneficiaries when it set the law's effective date. They urged the SSA to follow the plain text of the law and give all applicants the full retroactivity back to January 2024. As of today, the SSA has not publicly changed its position. This means the clock is running for you right now. Every week you wait to file, you are losing another week of potential retroactive pay. Fact 4. The tax trap nobody is talking about now. I want to tell you something that very few people are explaining clearly. If you received a retroactive lump sum payment in 2025, and many of you did, that money is taxable. Under IRS rules, Social Security benefits, including retroactive lump sum payments, are taxed in the year they are received. That means your large payment from 2025 appears on your SSA 1099 statement and counts as income on your 2025 federal tax return, the return you are filing right now in 2026. For some retirees, that one-time spike in income has pushed them into a higher tax bracket, or it has triggered something called an IRMA surcharge. That is where Medicare increases your Part B and Part D premiums because your income went up. Those surcharges can exceed $1,148 per person per year for individuals with income above $109,000. But here is the protection the IRS provides. It is called the lump sum election, and it is available on your Form 1040 or 1040-SR. This option lets you recalculate your tax as if the lump sum payment had been spread across the prior years it actually covers, rather than hitting all at once in 2025. If it results in a lower tax bill, you use it. If it does not help, you ignore it. No amended return is required. The IRS worksheets for this calculation are in Publication 915, available free at IRS.gov. There is also a new senior bonus deduction that became law in July 2025. Eligible seniors can deduct up to $6,000 per person, or $12,000 for married couples filing jointly, if your modified adjusted gross income is below $75,000 for individuals or $150,000 for couples. This may help offset the tax impact of your higher Social Security income. Fact 5. The scam warning. I need to take 30 seconds to warn you about something urgent. On February 20, 2026, the SSA's Office of the Inspector General issued a formal warning about a significant surge in scam emails targeting seniors. These emails falsely claim to give you access to your Social Security statement. They impersonate SSA employees. They may reference the WEP and GPO repeal to sound legitimate. Here is the official rule from SSA.gov. And I want you to memorize these words. The Social Security Administration will never ask you to pay any fee to start your benefits, increase your benefits, or speed up your payment. If anyone calls, emails, or texts you offering to help you get your WEP or GPO back payment faster, and they ask for money or personal information, hang up immediately. Report it to SSA's Office of the Inspector General at OIG-SSA.gov. All right, let us bring this home. Here are the 3 exact steps I want you to take this week. Not next month, this week. Because as I explained, the longer you wait, the more retroactive pay you may permanently lose. Dursekart Step 1. Find out exactly which group you are in. Go to SSA.gov. Log into your My Social Security account. Review your benefit history. Ask yourself one question. Was my Social Security benefit being reduced because of the WEP or GPO before January 2024? If yes, and you have already received your retroactive payment, verify the amount looks correct. If yes, and you have not received a payment yet, call the SSA immediately at 1-800-772-1213. That number is toll-free. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. Tell them you are calling about a missing retroactive payment under the Social Security Fairness Act. If you were never receiving benefits at all because you assume GPO or WEP would eliminate them, move immediately to Step 2. Step 2. File your application right now, today if possible. Do not wait. Do not assume someone will contact you. Do not assume the check is coming. If you are a spouse, a surviving spouse, or a divorced spouse who never applied because the GPO would have zeroed out your benefit, you must file a new application. You can do this 3 ways: online at ssa.gov/apply, by phone at 1-800-772-1213, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Ask to speak with the dedicated SSFA claims unit. That unit exists specifically to handle these new applications. Or in person at your local Social Security field office. When you go, bring these documents: your pension award letter or pension statement, your bank direct deposit information, your marriage certificate if you are filing as a spouse or surviving spouse, and a photo ID. And remember, the protective filing rule is your friend. If you are not ready to submit the full application today, you can write a simple letter to SSA stating your intent to file. The date SSA receives that letter can be treated as your official filing date, protecting your place in the retroactivity window while you gather your documents. Step 3. Handle the tax side before you get a surprise bill. If you received a retroactive lump sum payment in 2025, do these 2 things. First, look at your SSA 1099 form for 2025. That form shows the total Social Security benefits you received. Confirm your lump sum payment is included. Second, when filing your 2025 federal tax return, Form 1040 or 1040 SR, consider using the lump sum election. This can spread your retroactive payment across the prior years it covers, potentially lowering your tax bill. The worksheets are free in IRS Publication 915 at irs.gov. If you are not sure whether this election helps you, talk to a tax professional, a CPA, or an enrolled agent before you file, and going forward, consider submitting IRS Form W-4V to the SSA. That form allows you to have federal income tax voluntarily withheld from your monthly Social Security check, so you do not face a large tax bill at the end of next year. Those 3 steps, confirm your group, file immediately if you have not, and handle the tax impact, are the most important things you can do right now. Before I let you go, I want to say something important. What happened to Dorothy, and to thousands of real seniors just like her, did not happen because they were careless. It happened because the rules are genuinely complicated, because government offices gave them wrong advice years ago, and because no one told them, clearly and in plain English, exactly what to do when the law changed. That is why I make these videos. But here is something I need you to understand. YouTube does not always notify you when I post a new video. The algorithm may not show it to you. A notification bell is not enough when we are talking about rules that affect your retirement income, your Medicare coverage, and your financial security. Social Security rules change, IRS deadlines move, SSA policies get updated, and when they do, you need to know immediately, not 3 weeks later when you happen to scroll past a thumbnail. That is exactly why I want to invite you to join the Global Senior Alerts official WhatsApp channel. The link is in the description below this video. When you join, you will get real-time alerts the moment there is a significant change to Social Security, Medicare, pensions, bank regulations, insurance policies, or travel rules that affect you. And as a welcome gift, I want to give you our free Senior Benefits Protection Guide. It covers the exact steps to protect your Social Security, spot scams before they reach you, and understand your rights under the most recent federal laws, including everything we discussed today. Click the link in the description right now. Join the channel, download the guide, share this video with a spouse, a sibling, a neighbor, anyone who is affected by the WEP or the GPO, because there is a real chance they do not know any of this. And the clock is running. I am Masha. I will see you in the next video. And remember, your benefits are not a favor. They are something you earned. Let us make sure you receive every dollar that belongs to you.